far away, life is fast, and now I'm feeling cold. I'm cold, life's unfold. I'm told the world is cold. I would give everything to go back to my roots if I were you. And we are here, dancing, worshiping the love of life. Dancing, worshiping the love of life. The love of life. The love of life. The love of life.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Club Shada episode 308. How you doing? I hope everybody's good. I just landed in Lisbon later this afternoon, so I'm not staying long because I'm tired. I mean, that's the thing. With you guys, sometimes somebody gonna say something in the chat and you're gonna launch me on a 45-minute rant, and then my not staying long is gonna be ended up in a like long. But yeah, I'm sleepy because just came back from Luxembourg. I'm going to tell you more all about that. But before that, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody is in the best spirits. If I talk a little slurry, it's because I'm tired, I'm sleepy. So don't mind me. The show is brought to you by Shada, where the gods have good fortune. It is midnight and 40 minutes here in Lisbon, Portugal. Tell me what time it is in your time zone, the city of where you're watching from. Represent by putting a flag in the chat. I don't even know why I have to ask this. You should do this soon as you arrive. Like normally, all you guys, like I don't see no names here in the list that are new. And I don't even know after 308 episodes, I still have to tell you what time it is where you're watching from. You should let me know. Or you should reply to me, bro. You know what time it is in Syracuse where Black Free is watching from. I've been telling you the same thing. From your time, my time is always 7 something p.m. MJ should tell me, but or maybe you play good and you let the algorithm see that there's some activity in the chart and you put those damn flags in the chat. I hope you're doing good. Our stream royalty for the month of June is Master Electronic. It's been a long time that a lot of you are not doing super chats anymore. Feels like you guys don't care. You're like, yeah, this guy is making a lot of streaming. He's making money. He doesn't need a super chat. We need them. Club Shada is a different entity from the music. You have to support Club Shada. Come on. The YouTube channel pays the rent. Help me out. So how's everybody doing? You good? Let me say hi to everybody because before I tell you my adventures. Black Free Thinker, I knew you were here. Greetings. DJ Chubila, Kaka Gomez, what up, boa noite, tudo bem? M. Jizzle, what up? How you doing, MJ? I hope you're doing good. Reduné, bonsoir, comment ça va? J'espère que ça va bien. Oi, Sergio. Tudo bem, tropa? Tome, what's good, soldier? Hope you're doing good. I'm about to tell you. Jujuzinha, how you doing? Saw your last post. Did I put a like? I don't know. Listen, my wife is asking me, why am I liking photos of white girls with big booty that are naked on Instagram? And I'm like, but she's my friend. She comes in club. I don't care. But I think I liked your last video. I don't care, Tome. You put the flag and you put the time. That's how you do it. You see? Like a real soldier. MJ Remoto, Canada, 5:42 p.m. This is how we do. Oh, nice. Porto. I was just there last week. I don't mind my allergies. So listen, yeah, I just came back from a trip to Luxembourg. I haven't been in Luxembourg for 11 years. So, you know, after all this time, do I was going to say about my shoes off? You see? That's why I've been telling her. Also post some normal stuff instead of all these shaitan stuff. Like, help us out. Help us help you without jeoparding our couples. Come on, man. If I was your photographer, you would have a different Instagram. Trust me. There would be some stuff, but then there will also be some stuff. Like, I would love to see some a classy, all dressed in black, like like you're going to church on a Sunday, like very classy, like, you know, some of that. It's actually even sexier. Like, I have so many ideas for you. It's just that my hands are tied, because you would have the listen anyway. That's not my area of expertise. I'll try to find you somebody that can help you with that. Just, I would do some crazy photos and stuff, but yeah, listen, you know, it is what it is. Yep, you see, I'm telling you, Syracuse, home of the best lacrosse. Whoa, I think I never saw a game of lacrosse ever in my life. Help us, Julie. Yeah, she does. No, it's not the same thing. So, as I was saying, after 11 years in Luxembourg, and a lot of emails. What up, DJ Sonidor? A lot of emails, a lot of back and forth with a lot of promoters, a lot of people that are. And it's funny because sometimes one person calls you asking you for a price, then another person calls you the same day, asks you for your price, then a third person sends you an email, then somebody sends you a DM on Instagram. But it's actually the same crew, all trying to think that they're gonna get a different price. When me, listen, I have a note with the prices in Europe. I copy and paste. So that's just what I do. So if I receive 4 emails from the 4 people from the same crew, I just pass for them the same note. But anyway, we finally had a booking. And you know, for me, I don't consider a booking reserved as long as I don't have the 50% of the cachet. So I think 2 months ago, we received 50% of the price for Europe. And I was like, hey, all right, it's happening. So this club called Le Palace in Luxembourg, in collaboration with Armeno, if that's his name exactly, and Valtigna. I forgot. Some cool promoters, young cats making it happen. So yeah, listen, we took the plane from Portugal, and you know, those are the planes that you don't want to miss, because there's only one plane going from Lisbon to Portugal, and from Lisbon, Portugal to Luxembourg, and I guess back. I think there's only one per day or 2. I don't know. But that day there was only one, yesterday. So that's a plane you don't want to miss. So yeah, you know, we just got there, we arrived, did the sound check. Club looked cool. Listen, I didn't know if there were gonna be a lot of people, because after 11 years, who knows if people want to see you anymore? You never know. From city to city, it changes. And we ended up, listen, sometimes a video is better than, let me see if I have my entrance. Oh, I forgot to turn off Spotify. Give me a second. So you see, that was the show. Let me see. Photos. There you go. So when your show starts like this, you know it's a good show because they sing every word to every song. Look at this. Look at this guy. He was feeling it. So then I sang something going on. So listen, that was a good show. That was a very good show. Great time, great public. The organizer was from Guinea-Bissau, so the crowd was very, very lot of people from Guinea-Bissau. So I guess a third of the people were from the family of the mother of my son, my ex, and the other half were from family of my current wife because they both from Guinea-Bissau. And the last third was, family. Listen, it's like, sometimes you go perform at home and you feel at home from the moment you enter the stage. You know the energy that you're gonna receive. And as I was telling Buddy a few days ago, I was telling him, it's not that, I don't need to perform anymore, but I will always love performing because the energy you receive is not an energy you receive in anything else. You can do a lot of things, but you will not receive that energy with, you can be live, it's not the same thing. When you're on stage, performing, sweating, you are giving direct energy to people and you are receiving direct energy. So even if I become a multi-millionaire, I will always try to perform from time to time. Just for the beauty of receiving and sending and giving that energy. Listen, if I'm a multi-millionaire, I'll perform for free. I will just say, hey, you have this party, can I come sing? Just for fun. I will not need a cachet. I will not need, listen, I'll even fund your party for me to go and perform just to keep giving and receiving. And listen, you have songs like those songs that I was performing, 88 BPM with Linsha is a song that was recorded in 2002. So this song is like 21 years old. And listen, some of the women in this party were 20 years old. And you see the one that's on the Nuria here, the one that's on the right side here. I known her since she was like 11 years old, 12 years old, maybe more. I'm not sure. She's my ex-wife cousin. So yeah, there's this feeling when you have like when you are performing with in front of your public, and not only because some of those people are family, but just because the public becomes your family. It becomes and listen, 11 years can pass, people will show up because it's you. And as I was telling Buddy earlier today, I was telling him, and sometimes you have to let some time pass so that people can miss you, so that when you reappear, this feeling comes again. And there was a lot of men in the room, and most of them, they seemed like big man muscle. All of them came to me and they said, "Thank you for my childhood. Your songs are the soundtrack of the best moments of my life and also the saddest moments of my life. Your songs were there. Your songs help us through. And your song remind me of growing up in Guinea. Your song remind me of a girl told me, your song remind me of first boyfriend in Cape Verde. Your song reminds me of my first girlfriend. Your song remind me of such person that is not here anymore, etc., etc." And when you start doing other ventures like I'm doing, focusing on my show, focusing on next moves, and not moving on from performing, but in a way moving on a little bit from performing. When you come back to it, then there's this feeling that they missed you, but you missed them too. So it's beautiful. So now listen, it's a great. It's always a great experience. So thank you so much to everybody in Luxembourg for having me, and thank you to the club, Le Palace, and thank you to the public, as always, and the promoters for organizing this, and everything was cool. Everything was cool. Listen, we did like what we call sing, take the money, and run. We came in at 5 p.m. We performed at 3 a.m. At 9 a.m. we were at the airport. At 11 a.m. we were on our way back. At 1 p.m. I was in Lisbon already. I love those. And back in the days, I would have flown at 6 a.m. to another city and perform again. And then maybe take a train to another city. Sometimes we would do 3, 4 every week. Like crazy. But those were the days. There's no clubs anymore. There's no good parties anymore. Or we just got old. What's good, Sabrina? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. No comment. Thank you, MJ. I like it. This song is iconic. And this is the crazy part. It's not my song. I like it is ABG featuring me. I'm just doing the chorus, and I wrote everything for them. So that's why it sounds like me. But I wrote it for them because they wanted a song to blow up in Portugal, and it blew up in Portugal. But then they, I don't know, they didn't do shows. So at a point, people were asking me to perform the song, so I stopped performing it all the time. One of my bucket list items was always to attend a show with you, and even better with guys like Nelson, etc. Maybe a Kizomba festival of some sort. I think we have there's a Kizomba festival. Dantana, thank you so much. What up? What up, my brother? I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for the super chat. You might be the new stream royalty. Let me see. Let me see our sponsor. Yeah, we have a new stream royalty, people. Dantana is the stream royalty. Thank you for supporting the show. Yeah, there's a festival by my friend Gellas in Miami that I think I will attend next year. So maybe we can all meet there. That would be cool. For an artist, that must be one of the best forms of recognition. The fans telling you that. Yeah, listen, there's nothing better than direct to consumer for me. Soon as you put people in between, it doesn't work anymore. I like Candy Zook so much, and it's your production that made me start producing. Thank you so much. I love when people tell me that. Bonsoir, José Asembe. Comment ça tu attends? Écoute, José, c'est très simple. Les dimanches et les mercredis, à minuit et demi, heure de Lisbonne, 1h30, heure de Paris. That's easy. The studio session of I Like It is dope. Thank you so much. I saw my first beat in 2006 after trying to emulate what you were doing. The guy who bought it even did a video for it. But I can't. Oh, wow. I would love to see that. Yo, that would be cool. Ah oui, madame, anglais sur vous. Bienvenue en cours d'anglais. So, I was about to say something, but I forgot. Oh, listen. I have big news. Big news. I now have 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. 1 million monthly. Oh, MJ Wemoto. Thank you so much for the super chat of $12. You are now, come on. Tana was the stream royalty for 10 minutes. Well, we have a new stream royalty. MJ with $12. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the show. As I was saying, we now have 1 million people listening on Spotify. So 1 million. Can you imagine? Like, it's funny because we hear so many big numbers that people don't even realize what 1 million people is. Listen, think about how many people you call in the whole year. How many people you talk to on the phone that are your friends, close friends, not close friends, etc., etc. Imagine that. Maybe you have like 50 people. Now imagine 1,000 people. 1,000 people is a lot. But now you have 1 million people. 1 million different people listen to my songs in a month. Every month, there's now 1 million people. That is mind-blowing. Like, I don't even know when it comes to... Oh, José, merci beaucoup. I don't even know. Like, 1 milli. Can you imagine? Theodore, what up? Listen, can you imagine? Like, we're talking about 1 million people. Let me look at Mixo.ai. Maybe I can have some. That's not Muxo? Oh my God. You see? Muzo. Oh my God. Let me log in. Like when you think about it, like, I mean, listen, for some people, Dan, thank you so much again. Thank you so much for another $10 super chat. I guess you are back to being the stream royalty now for $20. Well, all right. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Congrats to the Millie fam. I also have great news. I had a meeting with her last week. Yeah, I know. You told me that, and it went very well. Oh my God. That's beautiful. She's such an amazing artist. You know, I did a Kizomba cover of one of her songs, actually. DJ Sonia Dor, congrats for 1 million listeners. Tome, congrats Sensei. Thank you so much. Tu te rappelles de mes tics de TikTok? Je les ai fait quand j'écoutais tes sons sur moi. Nous nous rappelons de tes tics. Oui, oui. What up, Emery? Listen. 1 million people listening to your songs. Like, listen. Now, listen. I've been looking at some artists, right? I'm not trying to compare myself with, like, for example, most Zouk artists have between 50 and 100,000 listeners every month. Somebody like one of the biggest French artists, for example, Aya Nakamura, she has 9 million monthly listeners. But listen, 1 million is not far from it. It's a tenth of that. When you think about it, when you start putting yourself, listen, we're talking about one of a major artist with huge hits and a big record label behind her and all the kids behind her because she's young, right? She's it right now. She's her. And you look at your numbers and you're like, yo, I'm far, but I'm not that far. Meaning that if you are like a lot of Zouk artists right now who have 100,000 people or less, when you look at Aya, it's like she has like a 100x from you. Me, it's just 10x. And when they look at me, I'm 10x. So listen, that's beautiful achievement for me. I can only thank the listeners, the fans, the casual listeners, the one that listen every day, the one that like Jose that touch their titties while they're listening to the songs. Hey, it is what it is. Thank you so much, Black Free. Hello, Astrid. How you doing? How you been? Congratulations and wish you 10 times more. Listeners, listen. Thank you, Theodore. That's listen. That would be great. It's like if I get 10 times more, yo, I can buy an apartment, I guess, every year. So thank you so much, Emery. So, you know, let me look at my summary. You see, and now when I'm looking at my number of streams between YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify, and it's missing some places, right? I'm gonna add, but if you look at it, you have like almost I'm approaching the 200 million streams, which is crazy. I'm approaching 2 million Shazams, like a number of people taking their phones to Shazam my songs. And let me see if I can. When you look at something going on is about to do 24 million streams. And Diamonds, 18 million streams. And Deeper, 14 million streams. One Love, 12 million streams. Something Going On, the original, added to the rest, that's 6 million. So if you take the remix plus the original, that's 30 million streams. On Dit Quoi, 6 million. Havana is 5 million. On the choir again. So add it to the rest. So that's 9 million. On the choir again, that's 12 million. Question my heart, Freeman. Listen, I used to say to myself, let me see the charts. I would love to know by country. Let me see. Oops. Honduras, Nicaragua, Cyprus, Cameroon. Wow. I remember a few years ago where my goal was to make more streams than just my song Diamonds, which was making like 40,000 stream every month. And now I make 6 million stream per month. And on my way to 10, that's crazy. And a lot of it also comes from TikTok, where there's another milestone. We have reached 5 billion views on TikTok. 5 billion views. Like, can you imagine 5 billion views, and there's been 900,000 videos made with my songs on TikTok. A lot of them are something going on, but there's also On the Qua and a lot of my other songs. But 900,000 videos, that's just the last 365 days. So that's just a 1 year. We're not counting last year or the year before, but just this year, from last June to this June, we made 5 billion views on TikTok and 900,000 people, or 9,000 videos were made on TikTok with one of my songs. And like, can you remember when I was saying, yo, look, there's 100,000 videos and there's 200 million views. Now we're talking about 5 billion views? Like, listen, when I recorded that song in 2005 to be released in 2006, the name of that instrumental is a Zouk Beat 211. It's a Candy Zouk. And yeah, listen, I like the song, and but I didn't think it would be such a banger that I would have to focus too much on it. So what I did is, before the album come out, I put it for free on the internet. Kaysha.com/Goldorak. That was the website. You go there and you could just download the MP3 from that song. That's how the song became a huge hit in Portugal, Angola, places. And then when the album came out, I knew I had other songs, but I was like, yeah, I can sacrifice that one. And when you sacrifice a song, you're like, hey, listen, it's okay. People have it already. Hopefully they like the rest of the album. They will buy the album. But when that song came out, Spotify was not even an idea. People were still pirating songs on Napster and LimeWire and such and such. And we were trying to sell CDs and do shows. And here we are, 2023. The song came out in 2006, 17 years later. This is the biggest song I ever did. Wow. So listen, this is a story about resilience, about consistency, about focus, and about drive and vision. You don't know the actions that you do today, what they're gonna do in 17 years. So listen, every action you do, make them with positivity and ensuring that you will always assume them and that you are doing it with the best of intentions. Because that's how I do my music, with the best of intentions. And listen, I could have abandoned music, right? I could have stopped making music and just be chilling somewhere and I don't know, having a job or doing something else, and maybe living my life in Thailand and choose a different path and etc. etc. And I don't know, I'm there working at a grocery and I'm cool. Nobody knows me. I like my life. I'm cool. I'm chilling. And then TikTok happens and boom, all of a sudden I make 20K a month. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And people are calling me, yo, you want to do shows? You're like, yo. That's the crazy part of it. What you put out in the universe, always put them out with the best intentions. That's crazy. It is crazy. Sifron, what up? Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. MJ, most big Zouk artists rely on back catalog more than consistency nowadays. If they put in more work, their numbers would go up. That's true. You have a deep catalog and a fantastic work ethic and business strategy. Thank you so much. Hey, what up, son? Why not sleeping at this hour? I mean, he's 20, does what he wants. Astrid, thank you so much. MJ say even some big names in popularity right now in many markets that everybody knows don't get close to 1 million listeners a month. You are doing it huge as always. Thank you so much. Sip says this is why TikTok has them all shook. Its growth has been exponential. That's crazy. Listen, there's a lot of TikToks that are done that I cannot even see because they are on continental China, and we don't have access to those. I wish I could see them, or I have somebody send them to me. I have to find somebody in China. Gaza, oh my God, listen. You have no idea. This hurt the business, but at the same time, it expanded the music to the confines of the world. I don't know why my son loves to change names all the time, like from one place to another. You see, from a common to another, it changed from Yoshi to Ilian. I don't know why he does that. This must be a generational thing. But yeah, listen, that's beautiful. What else did I want to talk to you about that fits in an hour? Oh yeah, I know. I want to talk to you about Julie saying, Kay, I have to remind you that you're an amazing artist and a wonderful human being. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, you're not bad yourself. I want to talk to you about the aftermath of because we were talking about this last week when the whole world was holding their breath, wondering if the 5 citizens that were on the Titan globe, I forgot the name of the little submarine that was exploring the depth of the seas, and everybody was saying that they didn't have any more air and that they had to be found like before the next day at 12. If not, it was over. So since then, well, actually it appears that they were dead already. Like, while everybody was asking themselves, yo, and the whole world was like, it just became a worldwide story, and boats and everything was made to try to Black Free Thinker, thank you so much for $10 donation. Keep on killing it. I mentioned you in my meetings online this morning, since the moderator was discussing music artists and AI. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Actually, I have a song that is banging right now, and I wrote everything with ChatGPT. But that's another story. So yeah, listen. Ocean Gate, the Titan. James Cameron knew what happened immediately. Listen, it's very interesting. It's very interesting to see how the media and the whole world reacted before everybody knew they were dead, and how everybody started reacting once they knew that they were dead. Because in the beginning, everybody's holding their breath, we don't know, looking for the sonar, dispatching the Navy, big robot submarine ready for the rescue. Okay. Then it was like, it might not be a rescue operation. That's what I was saying, like the night before, actually, when they were saying, it might not be a rescue anymore. It might just be a retrieval. And I was like, uh-oh. And apparently, what happened? What happened was that submarine was not ready to go so deep. Because at 400 or 4,000 kilometers down there, damn, that's a lot. Is it that much? I don't know. Listen, maybe it's feet. But listen, that deep in the sea, the pressure can make the window normally, from what a scientist was saying, they were saying that the hublot, the window, I guess, was supposed to be a maximum size diameter of 15 inch, and this one was 2 or 3 times bigger to have the view. The problem is, if you want to build something of that size, you must be sure that it will not break to the pressure, because what happens is that if you have a pressurized, so you have a pressure that inside, and then you have a different pressure outside, when there's a little crack, and that's what happened, the little crack makes that all the pressure that's inside gets crushed by what's outside, meaning that they didn't even realize that they were dead. They just vanished like Thanos style. Like they didn't even like feel it, because they just stopped existing, because they went from this to completely crushed in a minute. And inside of that, it was 1,000,000 degrees Celsius inside of the submarine, and it just completely turned into, it's like you take a soda can and just like so, and like it went so hot inside in such a second. It's like the same way as when you do like it's not exactly the same thing, but when you do a nuclear energy, it's the friction between the atoms that create the heat. That heat becomes the energy. So it's more or less, to simplify very, 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 very much, in terms of physics, is the same thing. The electrons from outside and the pressure from outside made whatever was inside just so fast that everything just imploded, meaning that inside of that thing it was 1,000,000 degrees in a second, and they all turned into, from their normal size to this, to some jelly that just came out of that little fissure, and it just turned back to the universe instantly. Or maybe they went in another dimension. But listen, they were all gone. And wow, after that, everybody starts saying what people love to say after the fact. We told them, yeah, I knew this hard. And then even all these people that were like, oh, let's hope, they start changing their tune. And listen, at the same time, listen, one thing doesn't have nothing to do with the other, right? But as an African, I want to not put these things, but at the same time, like last week, there was like 800 people that fell from there was a boat that got wrecked in the crazy sea of Mediterranean, and 800 people fell in the water, and 500 are missing. Only 100 survived. The rest of the 700 are probably dead. And it was not that much of a media circus about it, because I guess there were migrants and people don't care. So you don't want to associate these things, but then, you're gonna watch one news and you're gonna see how people go crazy about it, and then you're gonna see another news and you're gonna see that they don't talk about it, and you're gonna be like, oh, they're not important, those ones. And I cannot not share my thought about it. Like, I'm just like, I look at how people treat one situation and how they treat another one, and it's like, yeah. But some people are saying that it was a bad idea to go there, and some people are saying that, yeah, that's what exploration is. Like, adventurers, they know that they're risking their lives, and they will put their lives and money to go discover the world, go discover what's beyond the stars, and go discover what's beyond the depth of the sea. And if you are an explorer, listen, I'm an explorer of music, so I have to respect the explorers. At the same time, it was a very risky situation, especially when you know a little bit about physics, to do this vessel and to make it so rudimental. And there was an interview of a Portuguese businessman who's a friend of the deceased owner of the global, what's the name of the company? He said that he was invited to go to that trip, and he had a hunch. He was like, I don't know, I don't feel it. Especially after going in, he was like, wait, I have to stay in that little tube with 5 people with no chairs? Nah, man. And that's the son of the Indian billionaire. He didn't want to go. He just went there because it was the Father's Day, and he just wanted to make his father happy and share something with him. And look at this. Like, listen, so rest in peace to them, to the five souls of the Titan sub, and also rest in peace to the 700 people who were part of that naufrage in the Mediterranean Sea that claimed another bunch of lives as well. But yeah, what are we gonna do? Urban Sweet Spot, what up? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. Let me see. Where were we? Kaysha walks around men and has a banger due to be released. Meanwhile, water remains wet. It does. Who's paying for the rescue bill? That's what I want to know. Well, if you are an American and a Canadian person, you are paying. If you are Portuguese or French like me, maybe I'm paying. I know I'm not. I'm not. I pay my taxes in Portugal. I heard that there was some defect in the manufacture. Yeah. Someone's doing some time. I don't even know. But yeah, listen, the family could sue. That's true. There were some defects. It's true. The family could definitely sue. And see if you're saying an experimental craft using fiberglass, plexiglass, and titanium and no safety certification. He pushed the limit and paid the price, unfortunately. Yeah. But again, you push the limit, that's how you reach the limits. And sometimes, yeah. Exactly. They were vaporized. That's crazy. The same energy was not shown for the immigrants who died on that boat. Yep. Exactly. Congo Metro TV, thank you so much. When are you doing my interview? Tome is saying, let me tell you this. It seems that according to some sources, Greek Coastal Guard delayed their rescue on purpose. Oh my God. Hey, listen. NCK on the beat, what up, my brother? I hope you're doing good. Listen, that's crazy. It is. Apparently, allegedly, Greek authorities have a reputation for delaying rescue for immigrants. Yeah. Listen. If only Libya had not been destroyed by the forces of democracy, maybe there would be some control out there. But hey, what are we gonna do? Yeah, that is sad. All right, listen, we're arriving to the end of the show. Before that, I want to talk to you about an interview of Mary J. Blige. And I'm going to start by saying that I grew up listening to Mary J. Blige's music. Her first two albums, especially the Share My World album, are for me two of the defining albums of modern early 2000 R&B, the hip hop, soul, etc. And I have a lot of respect for that lady. She's really one of a kind. And so she was doing an interview and she was talking about her divorce with her ex-husband. And the reason why she divorced was because that she found out that he was stealing money from her and he had a side chick. So he was fucking some other girl or girls with her money because she was making way more money and she's making way more money than her. She's the queen. And so yeah, listen, She thought she found the guy that made her happy. The guy ended up just messing around and spending her money, allegedly stealing some of her money. And so she asked for divorce. She filed for divorce. She said, like, yo, I don't want to be with you anymore. Divorce. And the guy went to the judge, divorce court, and he says, I'm distressed. I'm the husband. I used to be at home, and I used to, have a certain level of life thanks to her. And if I divorce, I'm not going to have the same level of life. And, I'm feeling disturbed, distressed. I'm sad. I'm angry at myself, but what am I going to do? Senior judge. And the judge said, well, according to the laws of marriage, the richest one has to keep the level of life of the other one, that is the poorer one. So Mary J. Blige had to pay, or maybe she's still paying, $30,000 every month for her cheating ex-husband. And she's pissed off. And I would be too. And I was like, yo, so I was watching her interview and I was like, yo, that's crazy. She's paying $30,000 a month. Listen. But then I was like, if it was 50 Cent or Dr. Dre, or Kanye or Pharrell, and he had to pay $30,000 a month so that his ex-wife stay on the same level of life, nobody would think it's not normal. Because he's a man and she's a fragile woman. But we live in a world where everybody wants the equality. So, listen, personally, and listen, if we have kids, it's a different conversation. For me, if you have kids, you have, of course, to take care of them. And if you divorce, you have to spend a certain amount on your kids. Works completely. But if we are not together and I don't love you anymore, you don't love me anymore, we are divorcing, whatever the reason, why would I have been responsible for your quality of life, for you staying on the same level of life? That's not supposed to be my responsibility. Listen, I don't care what is your quality of life if we're not together anymore. It's not that I don't care. Listen, me personally, I have a great relationship with 99.99% of my exes. The mother of my son, we are separated for 20 years now. We have an amazing relationship. Or 20, 19, 18, I don't know. We have an amazing relationship. We are great friends. Whatever she needs, I'm here. Whenever I need, she's here. We raise our kid. And when we talk on the phone, hey, what does it need? Oh, it needs this. It's been like this forever. We don't have a problem. We pay for school. I pay for things. She pays for things. It's all good. But I guess I'm lucky. But if you divorce from somebody and we're not together anymore, why should I, I guess if I have 1 million and you have 100K when we meet. And then together, while we are together, we work together on stuff and we make 10 million together. In my opinion, in the end, I take my 1 million, you take your 100K that you came with, and whatever we build together, I take 5 million, you take 5 million. That works for me. And listen, personally, I believe that if I have money and I have kids with people, because my kid's gonna be living there, if I have to buy you a house, I will buy you a house. And I will be like, listen, where you want to live, how, boom, okay, I'm buying you this apartment. Do you like it? Yes, I like it. Cool. My daughter lives here, whatever you do there, it's not my problem. But hey, I bought you that house. Now let's go parent in peace. I'm gonna pay for full scholarity of my kids, the food, everything they need. Yes, I got this because I'm a man. That's my role. Then the rest, I mean, I'm not supposed to feed you. And some people think the opposite. And especially in the US, and listen, you guys are not together, but you have made her have the habit of living a certain type of life, or him in this case. So that person has to stay in that quality of life. And boom. So many men in divorce court are suffering from that. From the fact that kids are weaponized and they cannot even make ends meet. And listen, I think a lot of them, or some of them, when they don't pay their this money for whatever reason, they go to jail. So, I mean, when you see the equality of the sexes, I guess it's noble that if she's, according to the laws of the US, not mine, I believe that as a man, you should be sport. You should be a good sport, especially if you were the one cheating. I believe that you should go and find your life and leave that woman alone. But those are the laws in the US, so it's different. And I guess that's why you have prenups, right? And I believe that what she said, that was she was so happy in the beginning that, yeah, she didn't see the reason to talk about the serious stuff. Let's sign a prenup so that whatever I had when I met you, I'm going with that, and whatever you had, you're going with that, and XYZ, you can just add whatever you want to the contract. Hey, if one day you separate, you keep this car, you keep this, you keep that, you keep that, So, yeah, I listen. Personally, as a man, I wouldn't feel manly to receive 30K from my ex-wife. But yes, it's the equality. So what you think? Is she right to be pissed? Or no? She should just follow the law. DJ Son is always saying America, USA is not a country. It's a planet of its own. So amazing. He wasn't thinking about his quality of life when he was cheating. But yeah, you saying that's fair? Desiree, what up? Listen, I don't know. It's strange to me. Listen, divorce is a new thing in Africa, in Central Africa. It's something new. People would just stay together forever. Like the generation of my parents, yeah, they are the generation that stay together forever. My generation, is a generation that, grew up in Europe. So, wait, there's a way out called divorce. Cool. And this generation here, it's a whole other world. They just don't think straight. So, and people get married less, and it's complicated because when you weaponize the justice like this, you might end up with women that are taking advantage of that situation, pretending they love you, make sure that they have a kid with you or they're pregnant so that they know that the court will grant them X amount, and it depends how much you make. So if you're Jay-Z and you have 5 billion and that person proves that, that's your son, you might have to pay like $1 million a month, which makes no sense. What you mean you need $1 million a month for what? Yeah, tell me, okay, $30K a month. I can do that. If I'm a billionaire, I can do that. That's enough to put my kids in a nice school. Or listen, now, on top of the kids' school, I'm going to pay $30K a month. And I'm paying for my kids. So I want, 10K for expenses, 10K in a bank account for when they're older, and 10K for life to pay the rent or wherever they live. But I hope so. There's a question that I didn't have the answer to when it comes to her is, how long is she gonna have to pay that? Because that's another question. How long do you have to pay that to your ex-spouse in America? Because I believe in France it's only if you have children, right? I mean, maybe in America as well. Anyway, I would be pissed off if I was her. Oh, Lord. I would hate that guy. You cheat on me and I have to pay you $30K? Oh, you're not a man. I'm sorry. No respect. The division of what you made together is fair. That's what I said previously. Yeah. MJB should had put all her asset on her mom's name, just like the football guy. Luke Adesayan case. I don't know who that. Adesayan. Who's that? What? Adesayan. Nothing happens on YouTube. Adesayan. Oh, Israel. Oh, I heard about something, but I don't remember. I think his ex-girlfriend was saying that she wanted half of his money or something just because she was the ex. They were not even married. You see that generation? They're crazy. Do you imagine if my 6 ex, I only been with 6 women in my life. If my 6 ex just come and say, yeah, now you have money and we all want part of it. What did you do exactly? I was there when you were writing that song, so I want some part of it. Well, keep dreaming. Keep dreaming, my friend. Kaysha, I love the song with Armenio from Lux here. Hey, big up. I mean, I don't have the song, but the show was great. Adesanya, yeah, I saw that. Listen, I'm about to fall asleep. I didn't rest that much after the show because I didn't sleep that much, and I didn't sleep in the plane. And then as soon as I arrived, I was taking measures because I'm going to IKEA tomorrow to buy some furniture for my new house. So your brother here is tired. It's time to go to sleep. There's a lot of gold diggers in America. That's crazy. And listen, not just in America. Angola is great as Mozambique is, in France, Morocco, like in Portugal. Listen, everywhere there's a lot of gold diggers, my friend. Seeking for money, scamming others. They don't want to work, honestly. Listen, I'm telling you. Look at the episode of last week. All the scammers. That was a great episode, number 37. But hey, listen, it is what it is. This show is brought to you by Shada.com, the God of Good Fortune. It is 1:51 here in Portugal. And I really have a sleep. Yeah, black free thinker. I do agree with you that everywhere. Money is making everybody go crazy. It is what it is. Who was you with when you wrote on the... Well, I was with the mother of my son when I wrote some of it, and the rest I was in the studio with Tia and Ophelia and Top One. So, and yeah. Hey. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with a track from me. Let me play you my favorite song on my latest album, and I think I'm gonna shoot a video for that song. It's time for me to shoot a video. It's called Like an Animal, and it's me with Sammy Sam Beats. And Shada Gang, I'm gonna get some rest, and I will see you Wednesday for another episode. I think we're gonna listen to some music. It's time. All right. Blessings. Thank you for coming, and see you Wednesday. I can kill that auto tune. Yeah.
Curves of your body is a brand new artistic level. You got me on such a high, I'm scared to fall. Just observe around you. See, I'm not the only one. Hypnotizing the men and women, you the one. So don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna break old chains? Don't you wanna feel free? Like an animal. Like an animal. I've been waiting to check out the moves, you're sexy too. Rendezvous at the private lounge, you kill it too. Calling the fashion police. Oui, she's killing them styling fully. Oui, don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna break old chains? Don't you wanna feel free? Like an animal. You dance all night. Don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna break? Oh, shame.